In New Orleans, heightened tensions over the efforts to remove Confederate monuments from public areas around the city. On Sunday, hundreds of protesters marched in support of the city's plan to remove statues of Confederate military generals P.G.T. Beauregard and Robert E. and Confederate President Jefferson Davis, one of the greatest traitors in American history. Some of them clashed with white supremacists who opposed the removal. The white nationalists could be heard yelling the N-word and claiming that America was their country. One organizer of the demonstration supporting the monument removal plan explained their cause.
We just are doing this on behalf of all the oppressed and exploited people of New Orleans, especially the black community who has been insulted by these statues for decades, and we're here to right that wrong.
All right, folks, last month contractors had to resort to wearing masks, tactical vests, and working in the dead of night to remove another Confederate monument because of security threats. New Orleans Mayor Mitch Landrieu, who is white, supports the Confederate monument removal plan because the statues don't represent the values of diversity and inclusion. Joining us right now via Skype from New Orleans is Michael Quest-Moore, founding member of the group Take 'Em Down, New Orleans, Louisiana. Michael, it's interesting to see the folks just fiercely defending these statues as if their life depends on it.
Absolutely, and that's basically what we were getting at, is this sentiment that's really been pervasive in New Orleans and really in the country, and it's undercurrent for a very long time now. And now that it's come to head, we really want to confront it and show it for what it is.
What do you make of Condoleezza Rice telling Fox News yesterday that this is erasing history, monuments should not be taken down?
Condoleezza Rice knows very little about New Orleans, Louisiana history. She should really do some research before she opens her mouth to even discuss it. Robert E. Lee never set foot in the city of New Orleans, and several other of these figures that are elevated and put on these prominent platforms here in New Orleans represent the Confederacy, which only held reign here for about 2 years during the Civil War. It was seized by the Union very quickly during the Civil War. So it's not an erasure of history, but instead it's moving away a false narrative.
All right, then, Michael, good luck with that. We'll keep watching this story.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Go to our panel real quick here. Look, people forget the reason these statues were erected was precisely because they wanted to keep folks aware of Confederates, and it was all by design.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the celebration of white supremacy. And what we're seeing right now in terms of these armed people trying to protect these monuments is the protection of white supremacy. That's really what this is about. This is not about trying to maintain this moment in history.
It's a continuation of intimidation. I grew up in Richmond, and you know, the capital of the Confederacy, so we have a whole street dedicated to monuments of Confederate soldiers. But when they wanted to put up a statue of a black person, it was fiercely defended, and they thought that it was not something should be, and it was not accepted.
So they need to come down. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And then you're talking about Virginia, and agree. Democrat Governor Terry McAuliffe last year came out and said that he supports keeping the statue because it protects heritage. So I think this is an issue across the country, and the statue need to come down because they have no place in 2017 America.
And bottom line is they're protecting heritage. They're protecting, again, the folks who wanted to keep slavery. Period. And that's what the Civil War is all about. A peaceful protest turned deadly. 37-year-old black man was shot and killed by Baton Rouge police. His hands are in the air, and you still get shot by the cops.
Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead.
We're not gonna let hate define us.
Race is a big part of this.
If truly all lives matter, then all lives need to matter equally.
What we require is action. What we require is accountability. We understand that black lives do matter, and we will keep focused on this issue.
News 1 Now, every weekday morning at 7 on TV 1.